For me, this is just a funny topic to talk about because I remember months ago when Austin Theory was being super pushed by Vince McMahon, everybody rejected it. This guy sucks. He's a failure. He's this, he's that. I mean, guys, I can go back and look at my YouTube comments. I can go back and look at the tweets. This is what people were saying. And then it's so funny because now we just need a reason to hate on Triple H's era of WWE. So when I go onto Twitter this morning and I see that people are saying, oh my God, he failed Austin Theory. He buried Austin Theory. Austin Theory should have been world champion. Austin Theory, Money in the Bank was the worst thing I ever seen. I think this is all bullshit. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying Austin Theory is world championship material right now. I'm not saying that Austin Theory is NXT worthy right now. I think Austin Theory is a solid guy for the mid-card scene in WWE. And truth be told, there was no way in hell I would have Austin Theory defeat Roman Reigns with the Money in the Bank cash-in. I would never in my life book a historic championship reign and have it end thanks to a Money in the Bank cash-in. I would never do that. So the idea that Austin Theory does something a little bit different from most people, he goes and cashes in on the U.S. Championship. Of course, Triple H has it where Bobby Lashley gets involved and Austin Theory is not successful. To me, this is a very solid idea. Triple H needs to right the wrongs of Vince McMahon. I'm not saying that Triple H doesn't value Austin Theory. What I'm saying is Triple H doesn't need Austin Theory to hold a championship belt right now. And therefore, having Austin Theory lose the Money in the Bank briefcase to maybe somebody like Johnny Gargano or somebody else, I just think it would have been silly. This was the right year. This was the right time to have a failed cash-in. The fact that it was also done on the U.S. Championship, to me, signifies that Triple H truly does value those mid-card championship belts, which, by the way, it was very evident as soon as Triple H took over the WWE creative. It was very evident that those mid-card championship belts became a very, very valuable prize to the roster. So the idea that we get something different this year, the fact that we don't get a surprise win, I'm all for it. But then again, right? It should be that way. WWE needs to do different stuff. WWE needs to try things. And most importantly, Twitter is not the best feedback for Triple H. And I'm sorry to tell you this because I think a lot of the outrage is fake. I do. I think a lot of times people are tweeting for clout. I think a lot of times people are out here talking about how Austin Theory is a failure. Now he's getting buried. Triple H ruined him. Vince McMahon ruined him. But no, now he's the best thing ever and he still got ruined. I mean, guys, this is such bullshit and we all know it. And look, I don't want to talk too much about Austin Theory's cash-in. To me, I think Triple H has to right the wrongs of everything that was bad. Austin Theory's booking, with Vince McMahon was good, but it was obviously forceful. I felt like it was borderline John Cena, Roman Reigns territory of how much force there was behind it. I think Triple H will have a plan for Austin Theory in due time. I have no concern as to whether or not Triple H does something with Austin Theory. It doesn't need to happen right now. If you think it needs to happen right now, I don't believe you. And I'm pretty firm on that. I mean, obviously this is wrestling. We all have our opinions, but I'm realizing that a lot of people just like to rush things, and I don't think you need to rush anything. I don't think Ricochet needs to be a world champion today. I don't think Johnny Gargano needs to be a world champion today. I don't think a championship belt even really dictates somebody's success in pro wrestling, because at the end of the day, they're getting paid a shit ton of money, and holding that world championship belt, it would be cool, but there's other ways to measure somebody's success. Nonetheless, Austin Theory's fine. Get over it. Simple as that. Guys, Mia Yim is back in the WWE. Obviously, I kind of anticipated this. I think we all kind of did. But yeah, she's with the OC, and I'm actually excited about this because WWE doing the War Games matches 5-on-5, it's going to be really interesting to see how they go about this. With Mia Yim joining the OC, I feel like she just genuinely fits the overall, vibe of the group. She's great, man. I like the idea of her going head-to-head with Rhea Ripley. WWE also teased Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, which is a very interesting idea to me because I think Rhea Ripley has just been so great, especially in the Judgment Day. I wouldn't mind seeing them bring some gold to the Judgment Day. However, I also want to point out very clearly, and this is kind of one of my fears, right? WWE bringing back Mia Yim, fantastic move. I think it's great. WWE pushing Rhea Ripley, I think that's fantastic as well. And just realistically, I want to make this very clear too. I think WWE has found themselves in a situation with Mia Yim where, like, now if they do want to put the championship belt on her, if they do want to put her like in the upper like women's main event scene, I feel like if they keep her somehow involved with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, that could be a really good thing for them as individuals, because I feel like the women's division, plus you got to keep in mind Bayley as well. We'll see kind of what happens there, but I think when you look at those 4 women, if you kind of move the title around between all 4 of them, it could just result in good things for WWE. Because again, and I've said this before on the channel, it doesn't need to be Charlotte, Bayley, Becky, Sasha. Like, they don't always need to be holding the women's championship. So right now, I would be okay with Bayley doing it because of damage control. But, Mia Yim, Rhea Ripley, if one of those women are winning the Raw Women's Championship belt, maybe a triple threat match, if they can do some cool stuff like that, not only does it make everybody feel important, which I think is really important, but I think it would be a really good thing long term. And lastly, I just want to talk about this for a second. The WWE has retired the 24/7 championship. Nikki Cross throws it in the trash. Well, she tried to. She botched it. Not a big deal, though, because honestly, I loved it. And you know what? It was time. It was time for WWE to make this decision. It was time for WWE to retire the 24/7 championship belt. It's time for WWE to bring in the mid-card championship for women. I've talked about it before. I think it's incredibly important that they do it. I understand a lot of people will disagree because the tag team championships and how those are booked. But ultimately, I think Dana Brooke made a very, very good point about that. Nonetheless, WWE has retired the 24/7 championship. I almost had a feeling like when Triple H came in, this would go away. Look, this thing was a great thing for WWE's overall YouTube business, social media, and all that stuff. But, yeah, it's gone. So now it's just a memory. Now all it is just another championship belt that you'll probably play with in WWE 2K. We'll see. I don't know, man. The one thing about championship belts, too, that I will add, I find it to be kind of odd that, like, they have a whole bunch of championship belts, like, redesigned or newly designed. They still haven't revealed them. It's almost kind of annoying, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.